enjoy God's presence. So Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 says, let's look at Matthew chapter 7 verse 7. Matthew chapter 7 verse 7. As I wrap it up here for the next person that will come up very quickly. Matthew 7:7 says that, ask and it shall be given. Right? Okay? So look at somebody that you have never spoken to before. What's your number? Yes, now is it not Bible that I'm reading? Why you look at looking at me like that? Bros, maybe it's Bible. Did I not read Bible? Let me read again. Oh yeah, what did he say again? Oh yeah, look at somebody that you have never spoken to before. Collect number. Bros, collect number. You guys, why you do like this? Oh, you they dummy. Bible said, ask and it shall be given. Collect number now. Hey, see, that's what we are talking about. Oh yeah, what did he now say again? What's the next one? So people don't want to read Bible again now because what's the second one? Seek and what? Yeah, find. You shall find. So ask the person, are you the one? See, here, let me tell you, I am so blessed that I can join you here. No, if you are ready. Yes, it's as serious as that. I can join you here. No. We will now tell Pastor PLA, send the certificate later. That is how fast we want to get this happen. I pray that it will not be a wasted time in Jesus' name. So please take advantage of that principle in the book of Matthew chapter 7 verse 7. Ask and it shall be given. Seek and you will find. Knock and the doors will be open. So the doors of businesses will be open in the name of Jesus. Relationship will be found in Jesus' name. And friendships will be built in Jesus' name. Do have a wonderful time. God bless you. Let's put our hands together for Jesus.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. All right, so I'm happy to see everybody here today. And so I have a few minutes, and we're going to do a short game to start the session. But before that, I'm going to give you a rundown of the game session for today. So after the panel session, we'll be having games, and there are prizes to be won. But to win the prize, first step, you need to go to our Instagram page now, the Thrive Nation. Open your phone and go to the Instagram page. Yes, now, not later, now, because that's the only way you can qualify for the prizes, and we have prizes for people to win. So if you go there, first, if you've not followed us, please follow us. But then we need you to go to our story. We've pinned something there for you. Are we there? If you're there, just wave your hand. If you're on our Instagram page. If you don't know our Instagram page, the Thrive Nation. The Thrive Nation _ The Thrive Nation _. So are we there? So we can do this together. Are we there? Yes, okay, I'm hearing some yes, but I'm still hearing some no. So let's just give a few minutes. The Thrive Nation _. When you're there, you can go to our story. There's the first picture there already on our story. Are we there? If you're there, just wave your hand. Yes, beautiful. So if you can see there's a list of about 45 activities for you to do. So it's kind of a scavenger hunt. Every time you do something on that list, tickets. Then when we call for prizes to be won, we're going to give prizes to the top 10 people. So the more you can tick off on that list, the better for you. There are things there like win 3 games. There are games downstairs. Teach someone to play a game. There's a treasure hunt. Yes, so there's a treasure hunt. There are things that have been hidden in this building and around. You need to find them. You win that. So when you find it, take a picture of it and put it back where you saw it so that other people also get the chance to. And there are things like find someone who has the same birthday month with you, sit with somebody different during the panel session, attend the event with a friend, sign on the welcome banner. So if you did not sign on the banner downstairs. You go downstairs and you sign your name. Now, the trick with that is if you're able to attend the 4 meetup events that are supposed to hold this year, and you have your signature on the banner, you get to win another prize. So if you've not signed now, please go downstairs after the panel session, sign your name on the banner, and we hope you'll be part of the winners. So once again, yes, take picture when you sign, just as per proof that you signed on the wall, like, oh, Joan was here, that kind of thing. Right? All right. So I hope we've gotten how the games are going today. So there are a lot of games to be played. When it's time, we'll direct you to where the games will hold, but we hope that you make sure you enjoy your time. Now, today's session is the Meetup Gain Up, and we're talking about meeting people, how to meet your friends, meet a friend, how to be approachable, how to be somebody that people will reach out to. And one thing in friendships, relationships, and even business partners is we always have a problem of red flag, green flag. How are these people that you should interact with, or are they not? So we're going to play a simple game. I'm going to call out a list of flags, right? And it's up to you to determine if it's a green flag or a red flag. Are we together? Are we together? Yes. All right. So if you feel it's a red flag, please shout red flag. If you feel it's a green flag and you're okay with it, please shout green flag. All right. So if you have someone who shares everything you tell them to other people for advice, is that a red flag or a green flag? Listen, but like the person is helping other people. Is it okay? Sorry. Okay, someone who always calls you when when they need something. Says I'm not ready to date, but let's see where this goes. Only text you after 9 p.m. Okay, I can see that this one we have a bit of, is it a red flag or a green flag? Okay, if you are for red flag, if person only calls you after 9 p.m., is it a red flag? Okay, let's say it's a yellow flag. It depends. Okay, so it's a yellow flag. Okay, we'll let that slide. Support your goals even when they don't understand it. Always talks negative about people who aren't there. Prays with you and checks up with you spiritually. Does not introduce you to any of their friends. All right. Someone who is always late for meetings. But wait now. But the person has an excuse. But when the person comes for the meeting is always productive. The person is just always late. Okay, red flag, I get it. All right, willing to learn from mistakes and share lessons. Green flag, okay. Always changes the subject when you talk about success. What if it's too much for the person right now? Thank you. See, somebody understands. What if, like, right now, I can't deal with that? I'm in a different place. I can't really deal with that kind of success. Address the topic. Okay, so red flag. You don't trust them with very personal information. They only show up for fun, but they have an issue with hard times. I can see somebody's face is changing. Is it really a red flag? Like, the person doesn't know how to deal with it when your friend dies or when you lose a job. But any other time, the person is there for you. Orange flag, okay. All right. The person says, I don't like labels. The person doesn't just like labels. Red. All right. The person does not have an accountability, a form of accountability. But the person just hasn't found anybody that really does it yet. You'll find for him. All right. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more. Someone who feels your faith is too much. Okay. And then someone who codedly talks down on you in public. It's not like they insult you, but like if you are doing something wrong, they will call you out even if it is in public. And someone who makes big decisions but always involves you. All right. So we have more games coming up, but before then, we'll have a panel session. And if you have questions on friendship, please get it. Yeah, please get it ready. Go back to our Instagram page, theslido.com. The numbers are there. So please drop your questions on friendship, relationships, and even business partnership. Because at the end of today, you must meet somebody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joan. That was wonderful. Green flag, red flag, yellow flag. No one ever thinks of the white flag. For instance, height. I didn't create myself. Abi? Height. Complexion. No flag. No flag. Jackpot plans. All of you are Nigerians. None of you want to go abroad. Are you hiding it? You are hiding it. You don't want jackpot plans. PR. Canadian permanent resident. Green, white, green. If you stay in Nigeria, you're not ready yet. Thank you very much. Welcome again. At this point, we're going to be inviting our panelists. But before then, I also want to encourage us to keep the environment clean as much as possible because cleanliness is next to godliness. There's a restroom down here. If you come down, if you descend the staircase, there's a restroom at the back. We have done our best to keep trash bins around the environment to ensure that people don't drop litter around. It's still a church. By tomorrow, we have proper service here. So as much as possible, we want to keep the environment as clean as possible. And I'm trusting all of you ready to get married people because dirtiness is red flag. Yes or no? Yes. You wake up in the morning and you don't make your bed. Green flag or red flag? You press the toothpaste from the middle. Green flag. Eh? When you work in progress flag, wow. Update, there's work in progress flag. All right, thank you very much, everyone. The moderator of this panel session is Tara, and she will be coming to the stage. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, good morning. So Joan has been here and she has encouraged you to connect with yourselves. So do you already know the name of the person sitting next to you? Or you're just, oh, that's interesting then. All right, thank you. So we have a panel session and I'll be the moderator of the panel session. And my name is Omotara Akinremi. You can call me Tara anytime, any day. You don't know the name of your C partner and you're just asking her. Please, no distractions in this panel session. You're paying keen attention. I'll be inviting up stage our panelists for this panel session. And already, these people are people that, we really, before we brought them up for this panel session, we've gone through their profiles, we've gone through, they have the experience, and that's why we're bringing them up stage here to answer all our questions. So first, I'll be bringing up Mrs. Ayoluwa Adeloye. Mrs. Ayoluwa Adeloye. Anywhere, please. And then next, I'll be bringing up Pastor Oluwadamilola Sani Johnson. Whoa! Cheer them on, please. Yeah, it's so good to have you here. on this panel session. How are you feeling?
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm so happy. I'm really excited from when I got the notification to be here and just people who are following up on me and just even being here like in person. I'm excited. Anything they're talking about relationships and youth striving, count me in. I'm inside and I love it, so thank you.
Whoa, she's ready for the questions. How do you feel?
I feel good. I mean,
You know, that came to my mind immediately.
when Ibukunlua also reached out, I was really excited because the marriage or relationship mountain particularly has been something that I love so much. I have affinity for, and I'm just really glad to be here. I'm glad that something like this is planned together because we see that in most cases, people do not want to marry themselves. People feel like that people don't want to meet each other. Do you get? So people feel like, well, there's no, in church particularly. I remember one time when we had a session like that and someone was like, I don't think I can marry in church. I will just go to another church. But we are one umbrella and we are gathering together like this to learn and to thrive, and it's just beautiful. So thank you for the honor.
Thank you so much. We're still going to come there, but let me introduce the aim of this panel session so that you know. So this panel session is, of course, to answer our questions about everything that is bothering you as regards relationships. So it doesn't just stop at marital relationships. It extends to relationships of professions, it extends to health goals. You can have somebody that both of you go to the gym every day. It's just like a health relationship. You have like even a reading person, a reading partner. You have relationships in different aspects. So it's not just marriage, because some of you are here and you're like, is it every time marriage? No. There are times we talk about business. There are times we talk about, other things that makes the life. And that's why we're here. Although Pastor Leke has said everybody must marry, and you will marry. You get? And that's why you are here also, to open your eyes and see that fine sister and see that handsome brother and say, I've said it in the group chat, I want to toast one brother today. Don't worry. I've learned my pickup lines. That's why we're here anyway, and then we'll be asking the questions. So we'll just get right into it. You were saying something about people don't get married to themselves and all that, especially in church. And, we're having that discussion downstairs, and I was like, well, I think there's still finish or all of that. I don't know if it happens in your church as well, but it happens almost everywhere. So why do you think people don't get married to themselves, especially in church? I may think it's just still finish. You may have another opinion. So why do you think?
I think I align with what you're saying. The aspect of see finish, the aspect of Brother Daniel? Brother Daniel to man cough kilo yota.
Do we have a Brother Daniel here?
There's no brother. There's that it doesn't, and sometimes the book of is it 2 Corinthians 5 now was saying know we no man after the flesh, but that we are all new in Christ. Paraphrasing now. So when we look at ourselves together, we are sitting together. It happened that it didn't start in church. It started even on campus. Some people can't date their classmates. They say, no, I don't want class. No. She will see my result on the board. So and it's because people are myopic on the concept of relationship and marriage. You think it's limited to the fact that this person is here. You don't know that relationship or marriage is for you, but it's not about you. It's about the big picture that God has in mind. And that big picture can be even the person sitting right next to you. That person that carries speaker in church and many a times it's because of our checkbox. We have this checklist of the kind of people that we want. And even when we see them, we are like, no, it can't be in this church. It's just being myopic and see finish, like you said. I agree with you.
That's interesting to know. So please, let's stop being myopic and let's see the bigger picture. So do you want to add something to it?
Yeah. the truth is, even when you marry the person, the see finish you think you have seen, you will see another level of see finish. Because you find out that the person that you are looking at that is also hallowed, their mess stinks more than what you can imagine. But beyond that, you would see someone's weaknesses so close to your face. So eventually, for every relationship, you would have to bestow honor. If it's a business partner, if it's a work relationship, if it is your husband or wife, you would have to accord honor to that person because it does not just fall on people. You will notice weird quirks about the person and you're like, ew. You will see things that you didn't even see prior to your marriage. Really, challenges would come and you see how they think, maybe because they're under pressure, or you will see different things. You will see their weaknesses. And it will confront you in the face. And you'll be like, huh? Is this it?
Is this your real picture?
Is this who you are? Is this, now wait till I marry BGs. What have I done to myself? But the thing is, you would bestow honor on your relationship. You see, the man that some people are seeing your man finish or woman finish, and some other people are carrying them like something. So what are you going to do about it? You would bestow honor on that person, on that relationship, such that every time you see the person, even if it is not in your mind, you will fake it till you make it, you know? Yeah, and that's how you get the best out of that.
She said you fake it till you make it. If you have to, I mean, you really have to honor someone that you are interested in, somebody that you want to get married to, because, I mean, if you don't honor such a person, who wants to honor the person for you? Anyway. So, yeah, you continue to do that. Even if the person does not have everything, every money in his pocket right now, I mean, you never can tell what the person will become. All right.
Sorry, it's not even because you want to get married to them.
Okay.
Normally, just
honor
see
people
people
and
as people
honor
of
them.
honor.
Yes.
You don't know who the next person is going to be tomorrow.
Yes.
You don't know who the path that person will tread, and it's just something you may need.
Yes.
So just honor people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
very important. Very important. A round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, while we're talking about honoring people and all the other qualities, I just wanted to ask, what qualities do you look out for in professional or personal relationship? So I'll start with you. You said honor, and you know you can just continue with other qualities.
All right. This may differ a bit because we are different people. I mean, the qualities I will look out for are not the qualities you look out for. Somebody here will look out for the qualities of where you press the toothpaste, while somebody like me will not look for something like that, even though it matters. Right, so professionally, I believe that whether professionally or personally, we have our set of negotiables and non-negotiables. And under these negotiables and non-negotiables, within them, or on top of them rather, we have our values. So there are values that you are looking out for personally, that, oh, this person first is a believer. Trust me, you don't want to have the devil as your father-in-law. So this person is a believer. Secondly, that we believe the same thing. Trust me, a lot of doctrines are flying here and there, and you don't just want to marry someone and say, because I go to church. The person is following NSPPD does not mean the person is a believer. So you want to not just check that this person, but that we believe the same thing. We believe the same thing. I hope I'm trying to look out for time.
Yes.
Because
in 30 seconds.
All right. You want to see that the person is a believer, that you believe the same thing. You want to see that the person has an earthly authority. It's very key that the person has an earthly authority, not the person that tells you, no, Bobashe will minimashing call me. That is the way I want to do my things, is the way I do it. Nobody can talk to me. And nobody can talk to you, sir. How mighty, sir? Sorry, no problem. Just, you get. So the person has an earthly authority. You see the way, and most importantly, professionally or personally, you don't look at the qualities of a person towards you. You look at the quality of the person's qualities or reactions towards people. I can be doing so nice because I like you. if I get you finish, do you,
Pew.
exactly. So you want to notice, you want to pay attention. You want to pay attention to see how the person treats other people. How does he even treat his siblings? How does he treat his neighbors, the gate man? Because one day you guys are going to know each other so much and it may bounce back on you.
Yeah.
So those qualities are things you just want to look out for, either professionally or personally.
All right. Thank you so much. A round of applause for him. We are on the lookout for the time. So, you mentioned the person has to be a believer, and then person and your values has to align. So you're not just believing, you are believing what we both believe. That's too. And then you also mentioned that the person should also be nice to others. So, I remember that, kind to others rather. I remember that in our previous panel session that we had with Pastor Leke gave a story of he was going to marry this particular lady. Were you there? And then, the lady, they went to the restaurant and then the person slapped the waitress like, now this person when I marry, maybe she not going to beat me for house. So, yeah. Wow. And but, after she did it, she was, okay, so can we continue?
Continue what?
He was like, what? This one will beat me at home. So you have to be very, very careful. You have to also check the person's character. And I don't agree with him less. So I will quickly go to you. And the question I have for you is, how do you handle conflict or difficult conversations in any kind of relationships? So I will give you an example. For professional relationship, at work, someone doesn't believe in teamwork, and they feel like, the person that is supposed to coordinate is bossing me around, and you want to have a conversation with such a person. How do you have really serious conversations with people that you don't hurt their feelings and you also don't stay away from telling them the truth?
Okay. I don't know about not hurting people's feelings because conflict is conflict. And there can be a level of discomfort. If you want to address something, there is, even in the office, in your home, there is going to be some level of discomfort because it's not the usual. It's like something grinding against something. It's not easy. So if we're thinking about resolution, one thing, and I'm going to speak from experience, one thing I've seen that works is that calm down. Calm down. Sometimes what you want to say is valid, but the mode or the manner or the approach with which you share it is what can counter or spoil or destroy everything that needs to be fixed. So calm down. Even in the office, it happens to me all the time, and I work from home, and there are just so many things I want to say to people because I work with different types of human beings, from different places in the world. We have German or white people who feel like they're above every other person and they're just superior, and they're like, I have multiple, I have to work with many people, and I've realized that there is, depending on the situation, I just need to calm down to properly see where they are coming from. So when you're trying to resolve something, you first have to know that everything is not an attack on you. And you are not trying to, you don't have to be defensive. So if someone is not attacking you, you will not defend yourself. You will try to see that, okay, let me understand where you're coming from. Because a lot of issues with relationships, with work, it is an understanding issue or a misunderstanding, right? So to approach or to resolve issues, know that it's not that this person is trying to attack me. Even if they are, assume that they are not. And then, okay, I want to understand what you're saying. Because that means you are trying to resolve the issue, not fight for your rights. Or not try to defend yourself. So what exactly is the pain point here? What are we trying to resolve here? Do you mean this? Do you mean this? Oh, okay. So you can't do that if you are calm, if you are not calm, because you're like, so what are you not trying to say? Do you not try to, no, things don't have to escalate to that point. So calm down and try to understand what the other person is saying. If you don't have to respond right in that moment, take some time to excuse the conversation. Put your thoughts together. If you're like me that if somebody is doing something to me in that moment, I may not be able to see anything. I may not be able to properly express myself. But you see, I have my own WhatsApp chats to myself. I'll go and write down, this is what I'm feeling. This is what I don't like. This is what this person said and how they said it that I do not like. So what is paining you in the matter? Figure it out and be able to present it in a way that present it in a way that you want to fix what has happened, not that you want to scatter everything. Right?
True.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I agree so much with what she just said. So, you first have to calm down, look at the situation. Have I done something wrong? Is it me that is overreacting? Or is this person that is, and see that you are not defensive, and then you sit back. If you are somebody that is let's scatter it once and for all, go back, calm down, write it down, or whatever you want to do. Think over it, and then go back and talk to the person. Oh, I think what you did, I really didn't like it. Or, I'm somebody that I don't even know how to confront people. I'd rather just allow it go. Don't worry. I don't know how to say, you did something, I beg. Just, everybody will be fine at the end of the day. That's the kind of person that I am.
As long as it does not affect you eventually.
Well, at the end of the day.
Piling up.
So when the person would not do one thing, I would not be like, nonsense.
Yeah.
It's just what you do anyway. All right, thank you so much for that. A round of applause. I hope we are learning one or two things. From this panel session. I hope we are. Yeah, okay, thank you so much for that. So the next question is to the both of you, actually, because I know from my question is, are you an introvert or an extrovert? But you, I think you are. Maybe, do they call it ambivert? People that are in between. Yes, I really do not know for you, but I think you are. So, are you an extrovert or an introvert? And being an extrovert or an introvert, how does it really affect how people approach you? So let me start with you first.
Me?
Sir, yes.
You start with that.
Let me start with you. Ladies first. She should go first. Okay, let her go first now. We have a vote then.
Oh, okay. It depends. I would say like 60% of the time I'm an extrovert.
Okay.
Yes. And okay, do you know what? I'm not an introvert. That one I know for sure. I'm not an introvert, but I like my moments. I like my peace. I like my space. And I do a lot to guard it and to, curate my own timeline, curate my own people, curate my own, and places I go. And so I would not be in a place where I don't want to be. So, but if I'm there, I will be there. So for that fact, I'll say I'm an extrovert most of the time.
Chakam. I don't snap him. Tomorrow, if you say you're an introvert, chakam. Results day, have evidence day. Oh, yeah. And the question is actually, how does being an introvert, how does your personality affect how people approach you?
All right. For me, I'm an extrovert, like highly extrovert.
An extrovert?
Yes.
I'm shocked.
Why do I look like an introvert? My
Yes,
church members are
actually.
here.
Yes, actually, you look like an introvert.
Until you meet me outside.
We jam in parties.
Let's just say we are still maintaining composure. But I'm an extrovert, and how it affects people relating with me is because I'm an extrovert. I know that I'm quick to want to start conversations. I'm quick to want to relate with you. But one thing is, I try to put it under control. I observe. I try to observe my environment. I see that no matter how extroverted I am, I'm here for the first time. Maybe that's why I'm also still looking like an introvert to you. When I come the second time, people will know who I am. But I'm just, you have to take time to just observe, whether introvert or extrovert self. You have to observe. Then, after observing, you, personally, for me, I try not to dominate all the conversations, even if there are things I have interest in or things I'm knowledgeable about. Because as extroverts, we are quick to like, so you know, and before you know it, you realize that in five people are talking, and you're the only
person talking.
You've talked for 15 minutes. So I try to like, Dami, calm down. So I just try to calm down and listen. And trust me, there's wisdom when you listen to people. A lot. So I try to listen and learn. And because I try to listen, and because I'm an extrovert also, when I listen, I'm always empathetic. And because I'm empathetic, I'm wise to know what follow-up questions I can ask. So when people want to relate with me, it's really a beautiful conversation because I know that, oh, okay, this person has said this. Oh, it's sensitive not to say this. As an extrovert that I am, it's sensitive not to say this. It's better you just say this. So as an extrovert, observe, try not to dominate conversations, try to listen, and also just have high emotional intelligence.
Absolutely. I think
Have high emotional
yes,
intelligence.
emotional intelligence just covers everything, even in approaching people, people approaching you. And, you just spoke for the extroverts, but there's nobody to speak for introverts. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not an introvert either.
No, I think I can also
Okay.
speak for the introvert because, I have quite a number of them. And I tell them the first thing that I also say as an introvert, you observe. Then the second thing is you try to find circles that align with your interest. Because you will notice that no matter how introverted a person is, when we are talking about something you will turn up. You turn up, you just see that, oh, you are talking about something. Then also, as an introvert, try to smile. Life is not hard.
Please.
So the fact that you are quiet and all does not mean Jesus has died already, he has risen. Why are you still mourning? Because that's how people look. They'll be like, that's I must not talk and all of those things. No. Then I think lastly, as an introvert, ensure that you have your circle. Now, it does not have to be the whole space. I usually advise introverts to have a circle of at least 3. If not 3, maybe 2. You and that one person, you people can turn the world upside down because that person is your person. And no matter how introverted you are, if you are talking to your person, there's a difference. In fact, others will be like, woman, sorry. Say, no. So whenever it's your person, so you want to go out to meetings, to gatherings, to new spaces with your own person. So that it allows you to relate. When people see how you're relating with your person, it's easy for them to approach you and talk to you. You get? So that's all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Yes, please, I think that's deserving of a round of applause. Thank you. While he was talking about introverts, I have a couple of introverts around me as well. I have in my church, I have in my place of work, and I would say that it's always really hard. I used to start up conversations with my friends that are introverts. I'm like, how fun now? Is there anybody that is here? Is there any, just start a conversation and then they begin to talk. Yes, so there's this brother that likes me so much. I'm like, okay, so tell me more, And there was a time, there's actually a friend of mine that there was a brother she was really into, crushing on this brother. I'm like, this guy is my friend though. And she was like, how do you know? How are you speaking with this guy? I'm like, well, it's just my friend. Like, okay. So I just decided to one day, why don't we just be sitting down? Brother, so and so, please, can you just help me keep company of this sister? And, sorry. And, that was how they started up the conversation. And she was really, really shy. I don't know what to say. I think as introverts, as extroverts, you have to connect with people. Why we're talking about this is because of people's personalities. I may not be so extroverted. I feel like I'm ambivert. I'm just in between. I can be very quiet sometimes, and I can be sometimes out there, but not every time. But regardless, I'm still connecting with people. I still speak to people, and I think it's something that every other person too should do. Speak to people. I don't know, maybe sometimes people think, maybe it's pride or something, I don't know. I don't want to just say, but, you're not better than the next person beside you. Nobody is better than you as well. So speak to people. Do you understand? And then be approachable. Like he said, smile. It doesn't cost you anything. Even if it's fake smile. Just smile. Yes, please.
And I'm saying this because of a current situation I'm handling with a husband and wife. And I was going to, if I had the opportunity to speak when he spoke about values or things you can look, qualities you can look out for. I think for every person and for every relationship, one of the major qualities that we should look out for is an amenable person. Someone that is not going to just say, that's how I am. Because that's how I am, that's how you are, that's how I am. There's no, that cleaving, that relationship would be affected because people are not ready to compromise or to try to understand the other person. Because as an introvert, the person I'm currently counseling right now, the husband is a big introvert and the wife is an extrovert. Introverted man is not able to give compliments, just like, oh yeah, nice. And happening over and over again, she's feeling down that this man is not noticing me. You know, introverted, I want to make this decision. What do you think? And she's like, it is well, anything you do. How? As a man, do you understand what I mean? Or, for instance, she had an issue with school and a lecturer was shouting at her. She's married, maybe baby on the way and all that. And all the man said is, it is well. What do you mean it is well? I get that he's an introvert. And she knew that when she was married. But there's a need to be able to try for the other person. Nothing is wrong with you. Said what? They shouted at you, my wife. I don't know, just the additional, just
ginger,
that energy.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And even as an extroverted person, your man or whoever, your relation, they may not always have the energy you have. So being amenable is what make you say, I know you don't have my time right now. I know you don't have the energy, but I'm going to come back and disturb you by this particular time. Just be ready for me. I don't know, just the point is to try to understand the other person. And as much as possible, as a human being, be amenable so that you will not just say, that's how I am. That's how I am. You jam talk. You just talk to everybody and you just no, but be amenable. And I was going to say something as an extrovert. Is for someone like me, you would find me in a room like this talking to everybody, but I'm unable to connect with everybody. You would have a nice conversation, but everybody, like, people will feel like, oh, you're now their friend because of that conversation that you had, but they're like, no.
Like you have your own space.
Yeah,
like
just
you're
what I
guarding
mean.
it.
Exactly. So I may be loud, I may be nice, I may be bubbly, I may be like that, but if you are an extrovert, you would have to have a deeper level of observation to be able to find your tribe. So I recommend that as much as you connect with people, but you still know what you are, who you want, what you want, to be able to say, yeah, as much as I like the conversation, this is not for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Thank you so much for that addition. I think, yes, it's really important because most people that you actually see that are all about bubbly and all that, most of them inside, they want their space. Like, they just want everybody to be their friends. But anyhow, they want their own spaces. And thank you so much for that. So the next question that I will be asking is to you, of course, Pastor Dami. And the question is, we have spoken about introverts, extroverts. What do you think makes, and we've spoken about smiling, but just to add, what do you think makes somebody unapproachable? There are some people that they'll think, yeah, they are not talking to me, no brother is walking up to me, no sister is talking to me, this sister is this. What exactly is wrong with them that makes them unapproachable?
Well, I think the first thing is, like we said, your countenance. If you don't have an approachable countenance, people will not come to you. I remember I have somebody in the office that people could not talk to, and it's always because this person is always, I'm like, why? It's not war front. You're in the office. Why are you always doing your face like this? So your countenance. Then also your relationship with others. People watch. You don't just know. So they see how you are related with A. In that office, you are fought with A, you are fought with B, you fought with C. Then you not say nobody is coming to you. Why we they? Why we they? Nobody
fighting
wants
everybody.
Exactly. So your relationship with others plays a huge role in how people can actually, it plays a huge role in keeping people away from you if you don't keep that in control. Then I think another thing is not being able to hold conversations. A lot of, like, yeah, how are you? Fine. It's true. Some of us do it. What do you want to see after fine? But sometimes you have to take, just dig deep. Go. You don't have to share everything about you. You know, just share a bit. And I'm going to go just from the Bible, in the book of Ruth, right? In Ruth 2, Ruth went to Boaz's farmland, and Naomi sent her to go and Boaz came and he was like, who is that woman? And she came and said, it's one of your maid servants, blah, 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 blah. She didn't have to go too deep. She just said, oh, I'm from Naomi and all and all and all and all. And you know, and towards the later verse of that chapter, Boaz said, I have heard about you. I've heard about you. It was in chapter 3 before Ruth now extensively had to now come up with this and that. So I want to find favor in your sight and all of those things. It's not just immediately that you just be vulnerable a bit. You are not fighting with anybody at all. So when they ask you, how are you? I went to work today. Today was stressful. And the thing is, some of you say, if you have bad character, after somebody says all of these things, you say it is well. After all of these things, you know, it took me so hard to tell you how my day went. And the only thing I'm hearing is it is well. Bro, it's not well.
Well, it is well now. Is it not well? I don't understand. Is it not well?
Why did you ask me?
No.
Eh?
You know,
Or just pele?
but you know that
Why-
actually, but it's okay. It's okay. Our time is running so that we're able to cover so many questions. But really, there's some people that we just say, how are you? I did not expect you to tell me everything about you. I'm fine, it's okay. Yourself, why are you telling me all your life story? Like, it is well.
Maybe for people, if you don't really want to know how the person is doing, you can just say, trust you are
Trust you are
well.
good.
Oh, that is better.
It makes it
That's how
good.
to handle
You will not
conversation.
That's better
If
then.
it's that you want to know, if I tell you how I am and you are saying pele, I don't know what I will do to you.
Pele, my dear.
know?
Don't worry, I'll add dear teeth, my dear. All right.
So if you don't want to, just rephrase the
So
question.
please, as much as we're laughing, we're also learning. Let's be approachable. Let's smile. It doesn't take you anything. I'm serious about it because I have some of my friends that sometimes I just, in their mind, they're like, Tara, like, you're just like, I'm like, it's not seen. You don't smile. And you expect brother to walk up to you, like your face self is scaring them away. Do you understand? And they are nice people, actually. They are really kind people. But you are not smiling.
Yeah.
You are not. My pickup line is working.
Sorry, but I had something.
All right.
That also, another thing that makes people not approach you is when they don't see value. So
Right there. Chakam.
you are just in that environment passively. No impact, no value. Look at all the stories. Boaz met Ruth when she was in the farm. The servant, Abraham's servant, met Rebecca when she went to the well. The same thing with Jacob meeting Rachel. Even Abigail had to go and meet David just as she could settle disputes. But I mean, everything is still. There's an activity.
Value. Peace.
Ensure that wherever you are, if you are giving value,
Yeah.
even if you are the most introverted person and you
Actually.
are doing good at work, people will come and say, Alpha, Shade, I like how you really, really designed that website. It was just beautiful. And you're like, and then now knowing how to hold conversation comes. Please learn it.
Yeah.
It's something people learn. Learn how to hold conversations. Don't just be, I like how you build that website. Really?
Thank you. Like, thank you, and then you move.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
thank
So
you.
she wants to quickly add something to it in 30 seconds.
I'm not going to dwell too much on it,
Okay.
but I know it can spark a lot of controversy. Let men be men
Okay.
and women be women. As a man, be masculine. Not toxic masculinity, be masculine. Chivalry is not dead. Forget that Nigeria is going a type of way. You can still be a gentleman. Learn about it, practice it, and be a gentleman. As a woman, you are a woman. Forget feminism and the fight that we are fighting. What it's supposed to achieve, let's focus on that thing, but don't let it trickle down into your relationships. As in, that you will now become a man, or you'll be giving off masculine energy. A manly man will not approach you. So be feminine. Know what it means to be. I mean, be soft, but be firm. Have your boundaries. Do all of that. Take care of yourself. Look good. Smell nice. Eat, dress well, but be feminine.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please, a round of applause. A round of applause. And even if you are a tomboy, or what do they call them? Even if you act like a guy, still try to be feminine. Please, it's important. If you can. So I saw something on Instagram. If my husband is not around versus my husband is around, if my husband is not around, you carry everything, carry load, carry. My husband is like, baby, can you help me carry that? Like, I can't even lift. Can you help me pick up that thing that, like, deep down you can carry it? Just be feminine, right? Thank you so much for that. So the next question I want to ask you is there any difference, are there like any key differences between putting yourself out there romantically and professionally? So I'm just going to explain so that you understand. So putting yourself out there professionally can be like LinkedIn, it can be networking, you're in a conference, you're trying to, and then putting yourself out there romantically. Is there any difference? Should you be you? So somebody in my church used to say, don't be Sister Tara in church and then be Tara baby. That's my name, I beg. Do you understand? Tara bad. Yeah, you understand. So don't be Sister Tara in church and then be Tara baby or Tara spicy.
Bad girl tea.
What? You see, to notice. Bad girl tea or, outside. So is there any difference between professional packaging and romantic packaging? Godly packaging, something. All right.
I think that you will show up differently in different spaces.
Okay.
You can't expect me to be changing my voice in the office like, hi, how you doing? What's wrong with you? Be professional.
What if your person is in the office?
If he doesn't like you, then he won't like you again.
If your person is in the office, he should know that this is an office space.
Okay.
If you guys maybe jam each other on the road in the passage, you can be But like when you are in a professional setting, it is right and it is only appropriate that you show up professionally.
Okay.
Like the expert that you are, or like the expert you're becoming. If you're on LinkedIn, there are some pictures you will not post. There are some things you will not say. Even if you say "Oga," you don't come and say "Oga."
You say what? You say "boss." Or my dear professional.
Do you understand? There's a way. It's mostly about knowing what the etiquette of the place you're in looks like, and then making it you. So at the office, I'm a very extroverted person, and my office, it's a research organization, so a lot of people are very smart and they're very academic and very intimidating. But who I am is who I am. I understand what it means to be professional, but I'm going to add a little bit of color to the office. Do you understand what I mean? So I think what's important is knowing yourself, having your values, knowing your likes, your interests, your strengths, and knowing what the etiquette of that place is. So when I know that I could be funny, but when I'm in the office professionally, my humor would have to change a bit. It's not change from, I'm not going to not be witty ayo, but I am witty professionally. There's some jokes you will not crack because you're in the office. But when you're with your guys, there's a way you will talk that will be, when you're with your man, there's a way you will be funny. I don't know if you get what I mean. So the point is, you know who you are able to hold to put your feet on the ground and say, this is who I am, but you know the etiquette of the place, so you show up properly.
Thank you. So I think we already got that question. So they're like different slightly, but you just know how to be you in different spaces. Thank you so much for that. So what do you say? What do you say?
No, I think because of time.
Yeah, no. So I have another question for him. Yeah. So the question that I want to ask you, Pastor Dami, is how do you stay true to your values while you're still being flexible and approachable? I think we said something around that earlier. Yes.
Yeah. Your values are who you are, and that defines your identity. Now, I will just use this example, something that happened to me. We had an office party, and this December end of the year party, and they said everybody, we have to be part of it, you have to mingle and all. And I went. Normally, I'm an extrovert. I like parties too. But then, when we got there, I don't know why parties are usually like that. There's always fewer soft drinks and more beers. So
Fewer what?
soft drinks and more alcohol and
It depends on the party anyway.
huh? Yeah, it depends on the party. Yeah.
Office party.
Office
Maybe
party.
a Christian organization.
Me.
So it happened that in my values, I know the kind of person I am. I know that I can't take such,
Yeah.
right? And I have to be flexible, which is the first thing that I did. I still went for the party. But one thing is, in trying to be flexible, ensure that you are capable of controlling yourself.
Absolutely.
See, emotional intelligence and self-awareness will help you so much. If you know that you are the kind of person that will say, damn me now, otiko now, one bottle. And you two like, I don't want to, I don't drink. And you take it. You have lost it there. So maintain your values. See, one thing is we are asking you to be accessible, not to be always available. So we want you to be, okay, fine, we can come and meet Dami and say that, oh, this is what we want to do. But we know that when it comes to certain things, Dami will not do them. Doesn't mean Dami, and also, while maintaining your values, be very careful in your words, because you may be, the Bible says soft words turn away wrath, right? So be very gentle in your words. We know that you are trying to maintain your value, but you shouldn't make it look as if exactly. So maintain your values, be flexible, but also understand the margin of your strengths and your weaknesses, because it will help you. So I think I don't want to.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I agree. I agree absolutely with everything that you said. You also have to stay true to your values. You as a person, don't forget your values. Like our parents will tell us, while while you are doing whatever that you are doing, let people be able to say that this person, no, nah, you can never do that. No, she can never do that. Do you understand? Why you are still being friendly, why you are still being who you are. So right about now, we want to ask if you have any question in the room. Do you have questions? We are taking just 3 questions or so. Yes, use the Slido link. Yes, because I checked and I didn't see any question on the Slido link. Is there a question on the Slido link? Okay. So can they project the question for me so that I can see? Because I'm not seeing it here. Or you can send it to me. So we have a question already on the Slido link, and then we will be asking.
All right. Before the question comes up,
all right,
I also want to mention that concerning your values, always take out time to reflect. So while you are being flexible, take out time to check yourself. Am I compromising something very large because I want to connect? Take time to reflect. I remember that just this party scenario, I remember that there was another party that I didn't need to go. But somehow, because I just wanted to connect, I had to go. I didn't take anything. It was not, but I didn't need to be there. When I had to reflect later, I was like, oh, there was no need to even be there in the first place. So if there are things that you don't have to make compromise for, understand you are not ice cream. And one thing is, as a believer, not everybody will like you. You can't be liked by everybody. So know when to stand your ground, how to maintain your values, and know when you can be flexible.
Yeah. So yeah, there are some really important values that you can't compromise on at all. Values like you can't change. For example, you're a born again believer. You cannot say you want to do some certain things as a born again believer. So please, questions. Can they send it to me? Okay. So I think we should take Ibukun's question here first, and then we can take the Slido question. All right, please, can you pass the microphone to Ibukun?
Hi, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Our guests.
You have to be quick.
Yeah, sorry. So I want to start by saying I am very introverted, but as someone who, I've been in some spaces. First of all, I work in PSF protocol department, and being in that department has taken me to some places that has, while being an introvert, because of the experience I have or the places I've been in, I have learned to be extroverted in certain spaces. Now, my main question is, say in church, for example, sometimes I feel like I have overgrown some of the guys in my church. I'm sorry, I don't know if it is a bad feeling, but it just feels like that. It's like, thank you. It's like when they're coming to me, I'm like, I've seen better, so just don't. And then outside where I do not know anybody, people that are coming to meet me are either really old men, not like old, but like they're 40 or they're married. Exactly. And then I speak to some of my friends about this. Sorry, do you have married people talking to me? And they're like, no, it's only my age mate.
It's your own issue. It's only you that has that issue.
I'm sorry, what is it about me that is making married people or older men come to talk to me? That's one. The second is, what is it about me that is making guys in my, my age bracket or the people I'm supposed to be relating with romantically or like relationship-wise, why are they coming to me with offers of casual relationships? I understand that it is probably the order of the day in this generation that we're in, but like, first of all, I'm introverted. I do not talk to everybody. I'm not the type that is everywhere. So why do you think I would want to indulge in? Why do you think I'm capable of being in a casual relationship such that you do not want to put a label on it, but you want girlfriend?
Friends with benefits.
I was trying
just
to
be my
gentle.
friend, but I mean, we can let's see how it goes.
Exactly. No, let's not see how it goes. It is friends with benefits. Okay. Let's do all of the things they do in a relationship, in a secular relationship, by the way, not even. What is it about? Because now I'm feeling like I'm the problem. That's
okay.
My question.
I think you should take it, and you have to be quick because we have 2 other questions. Thank you.
This is very dicey, and I hope that it comes out with love. If this is something that you see, like you hardly find people with pure intentions coming for you, I think that it may be, especially if you're not. So first of all, you have to check if your heart is pure. If, there are some people that they don't know, but they are the ones that would like randomly say, hi, sir, how are you doing? I hope you're fine. So your shirt is nice. It may be good intention on your part, but not everybody can handle that. So you have to check that. If you do have that aura, check it if you are giving a sexual aura. Let me just be plain and honest. There's no point trying to cover mouth. Check it. If your aura is maybe not sexual, maybe sensual, where it could have easily been a pure thing. So if that is a common thing, check it if you are giving off a sensual aura. People will call it, there's something that people call it, I don't know, it's called something. Maybe it's sexual aura, so it's something, I've forgotten the name. There's a name for it. So check it if that is something that you notice that you give. See how people around you relate it. Check, ask for feedback from trusted friends of yours that can tell you the truth without mincing words. Just to check it that it's not coming from you.
Okay.
Then I think you also have to pray about it because it is not okay. Like, it's not normal for the young men in our group, in our age range, to just want something from you. And also you have married men coming for that as well. So there's a need to commit it to God in prayer and actually pray. And because I would say it's not a joke. Let me just put it that way. So it's something you have to actually take to God in prayer and check yourself and see if I'm giving off any type of energy and all that. And maybe just as much as when you are in places, try to see like like what is the aura thing. I can't remember the other word, but just look at what you are giving off. Are you being overly, or can you be professional and say? And sometimes, let me just say, being married does not change it though. That's just the truth. As a married woman in this Lagos, I know what I'm going through every day when I have to step out. So whether, and it's not by anything, people, I take my son to swim. You saw me here when I came here with my
With my
child
son.
here. Old men, they will say, I say, okay, you don't see my ring. My son is 3. And I mean, he's saying, mommy. You know, some people are just always going to be weird. It doesn't change, you know, and Lagos, decadence is increasing.
So
But the point
just check yourself.
Check yourself and pray about it. More than say it's a problem. Look at it as something that has to be fixed.
Solved. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because we have some other questions that we need to answer quickly, please. So another question that we have here online, Slido, is how can a sanguine like me, can you hear me? Pastor Dami, how can a sanguine like me be friends with a choleric if they fail to consistently meet with my standards of love and care without straining the relationship? So let me quickly just take that and then take another one so that you know the question for you. So the question for you is, how do you know who is ready to settle down? Then yours is, people's temperament. How can...
All right. Thank you very much. Concerning our temperament, we know that we are different people. Now, many a times we want people who we see that our temperaments align. As beautiful as that is, it can really be dicey. Because I can tell you that the alignment of your temperament does not mean that person is right for you. So, because as a matter of fact, the fact that he speaks your love language does not mean the person loves you. One thing I've noticed is love languages can be learned. And if I know that you like attention,
give you attention.
I will rush you with it. So, just back to the question. There's a lot to say on it, but back to the question. So when you are a sanguine and you see somebody who is choleric, somebody who likes to lead, and you're just this free-spirited person. So how do you align? Most times, because this thing, it happens to me and my wife, and we have come to realize that we need to meet at the middle. What she said, being amenable, is very key. You must be able to learn. You must be able to learn. You must be able to grow, because that's one thing relationship will do to you. That's one thing marriage will teach you. That's one thing you will learn even in your workspace. That if I want to do things with this person, I have to learn. So I need to learn how to, I need to speak my truth. You are trying to show. I need to speak my truth. But how do I speak my truth softly? How do I communicate how I'm feeling? And many a times, it's not just communicating how you feel, it's how you say it. So it's how you say it. So the sanguine and the choleric thing can work. But in cases when there is usually a clash, and you realize that, me and this person cannot just go, there's no need to force it. There are some energies you don't need to force. Because why? If you force it, you just get tired. One person will be straining more than the other. So that's just what I think.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. So we have to run quickly because we still have some questions to ask. And the next question is to you. So remember your question.
Yeah.
The question is, how do you know who is ready to settle down? It's a very important question.
It's very important, and it's also very simple. If you can define what it means to you. And I think the major key or the major thing to say would be maturity. Maturity in dealing with people. Is this person such a baby? You know? Maturity in handling responsibilities. Can they handle? Because I promise you, marriage is work. It is responsibility. That's just the truth. So someone who is not mature, or the person is not even there in their mind. I know what time I had to wake up this morning to make breakfast and lunch for my family before I came here. And I had to tidy the house and give people instructions. Do this for me, do that for me. It is work. I can't even not explain. It is work. Real life life, and it's for life. You can imagine, no? So, maturity to not always crumble in the face of pressure. For instance, one of the major things I wanted to look out for, or I wanted to see before I got married, was that I wanted my husband to have gone through Lagos traffic and back for a long time. Let me see how you act when you're under pressure. Because imagine you have to go early in the morning, you drive to work, you do your work, somebody will talk to you and chat rubbish, imagine, and then you drive back inside that traffic. I want to see, will you still be nice to me? Because it takes maturity to not just say, oh, God, leave me alone, you're talking too much, just get on my side, right? So maturity in handling conversations. Can I talk to you and you not taunt me with it? Can I open up to you and be vulnerable to you and not say, hey, why are you not crying? Clean your eyes, Joe. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Maturity even in spiritual things. To be able to say, something is going on and there is a shift right now. I cannot imagine, but I just pray over you that this and that. You self, you'll be happy. You know, maturity in knowing that we are raising a child together or raising a family together. And that would mean that someone will have to make compromise. For instance, now, it's my husband that is at home with the child. It's the person that you want to marry. They want baby, but they cannot stay at home with child. So, the maturity to say that, okay, this is the work that this requires, and that's what we are going to give it. If their mind is not there, or they're not thinking like that, they still want to flex.
So they are not ready.
They still want to, you just know that.
So they are not ready. Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay.
I just remembered something, and this is a big deal. Someone who can keep a routine. Because marriage is routine. If they feel like, oh, it's routine, I don't like routines, I just like spontaneous things, they are not ready to settle down with what, because marriage is routine. You wake up in the morning, you pray, you walk, you do this, and you do it, rinse and repeat. If they are not ready to know that stability is what marriage is.
Okay, routine. Okay. Now, is she making you guys afraid? Because it's not like my life is going to be boring. Like I'm just going to be waking up and then cooking and then going to work and then coming back, cooking, sleeping, and then
there are things that spice up your marriage.
Actually,
but there is a kind of stability that comes with marriage, and that's just what it is. There are
thinking
times
about
that
what to eat.
yeah, I can't lie to you guys. If you check my ChatGPT now, you will see that I have a lazy mom cooking menu. Yes, because I don't like it. I don't like to cook normally. So what do? I have to figure out a way to make it work. I have deep freezer. We will cook food in the week. You have this one, that one, this one. So anytime anybody's hungry, there is soup. There is okra. There is kinikon. There is ofada. You've made it, so you just bring it out. You want me to boil rice. You bring it out. You want me to do something. So find a way. I mean, you can find things to do. You go to gun range today. You go for swimming tomorrow. You do things together, but it does not change the fact that routine.
There are still some important things to be done daily. Thank you so much. Please.
Just one word. Just one word.
Okay.
Somebody who is ready to settle down is somebody that loves you. And love there is not somebody who feels somebody who chooses you always. Because love is a continual choice. In the midst of many options, you see that this person, he has options everywhere, but it's not the person that is, you know somebody who's ready to settle down is not somebody who is doing off and on. Like, let's go for 2 weeks, I need to clear my head, okay?
But there are so many things to be cleared in the head now. This Lagos safe.
There's no time. Let's continue.
Anyway, so it's just important for us to know that, like she said, there are routines to their maturity. There's routine to marriage, and then be prepared as well. So I think the person that is asking the question meant, how do you know? Maybe physical appearance or something that when I just see this person, the way this person is dressed, I think this person is ready for marriage. The way this person is, I think you also have to connect with people. You cannot just assume that somebody is ready for marriage and the person is actually talk to them, be their friends. Somebody may appear to be like he's ready for marriage or she's ready, and she's not ready. I remember when I was very young, like I was 20, I was looking like I was like 26. A lot of people used to work. I'm like, I'm still in school, just his auntie that is looking like auntie, Anyway,
you can't even afford to base your decision for marriage on how
people appear.
Just leave it.
Because some people
can
just
dress
think.
up. My younger brother now, if he comes here now, people say, wow,
Stop.
he's a baby,
Stop
you know
it.
what I mean? So you can't, like, people dress well. There's personal branding outside these days. People can package what is not.
Absolutely.
So it can't be based
So
on
we can't take all the questions. So we just take final online. Online actually. It's not working. Should we take all the questions? We should take one here and then two online. Because I have so many questions online. What do you say? I'll take one here and then I'll ask two online. So our speakers are ready for that. All right, before we take one, let me just ask. Now, somebody said, this genotype thing, my people. They said, I take genotype seriously because it's important for me to be with somebody who is AA. But it seems like every guy I meet turn out to be AS. What do I do?
Is the person AS?
I think the person is SS. I think the person is SS or AS.
It's not negotiable.
It's not negotiable. Whoever has asked this question, please. It's
the
not.
person interested in having children.
Exactly.
Because we are in a different age now. Some people don't want babies.
No.
If you change your mind eventually,
You can't chakam this. You can't chakam it. They will change your mind.
Chakam.
No, I mean, actually.
Yeah.
I know someone that was there. I'm not recommending it. And the reason they were able to go ahead is because they have money. They come from money, they have money, so they can afford to do genetic kiniko. They didn't have their children abroad. But they knew that for the first few years of their lives, this is what both of them were not working. So I'm telling you that they have mad money. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? They knew that that's what they wanted to devote their time to. But you see, we that were just still coming up, let's not start what we can't finish.
Yeah.
Their if my friends or people that I know that have AS or SC or SS or SCSS, that type of thing, if they knew, like if it was up to them with what they go through, hospital every time, with the hope, we are like, oh God, is it this time? Is it now that I'm going? Or is it not late? Is it with every crisis, you don't wish that on another person.
All right, thank you.
So, no.
Thank you so much. So a quick last question and then we'll take this question and that's all for the panel session. Thank you. Let her quickly take our question and then we have a question here. Go ahead, thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Firstly, you're very beautiful. Okay.
What's your name?
I'm Ife Olua.
Okay.
Okay, so I have this friend, he's a male friend. So like we've been talking for like 5 years. Like we're just friends. Actually, we're just friends.
You guys, it's not talking stage, it's just friends.
No, we're just friends. So like,
Don't worry, I believe you.
right.
I mean, she will believe. And you don't like him, it's just friends.
So like he's been someone that has been there for me like at my lowest, and even like when I have wins, he celebrates with me. We still even talked about something I got this morning, that and everything like that. So recently we were having a conversation, and then he just randomly said something about how after no.
Wait. Don't be judgmental.
About how when he's done with NYSC, he would like to, court someone, and then he wants to get married. But like, I used to tell him how I don't know if I want to get married yet, and all of that. So whenever we're having this conversation, there's a way he's always, happy to say it, and I'm always like, calm down, like. Although I usually quickly tell him that I hope you find someone and this and that, but
I believe you. Please go on.
You guys, let her
Don't
talk.
mind
Our
them.
time is up.
Continue.
Our time is up. Please, let her speak. Ha. You guys.
This is what we are here for.
This is what we're here for.
alright, so like I always try to tell him like you find someone this and that. So we had a conversation I think a few days ago, and then he kind of like just said, I told him why I don't think we can be a match. We usually talk about things like that because
You're not having that conversation now.
somehow. Okay,
This
so
story is interesting.
So when we had the conversation, he was like, I told him reasons, because I told him that I don't think he's a very sweet person. I usually tell him But I usually tell him that I'm not like the kind of person that can reciprocate that energy for him. Because sometimes he tells me things that are going on with him, and then I might be having a lot going on, and I wouldn't remember to ask him. But he's always the kind of person that will follow up and be like, "Oh, how do you feel now? Are you back from the hospital? This and that, this and that." But like, there are sometimes he would have the same issue, and I won't remember. So I always tell him that, I feel like you deserve someone that is always there. And he will tell me, "Oh no, like I don't have a problem with you not doing this. I don't have a problem." So like, I don't know. Do you think he's trying to, he's trying to give me a green light? I don't know. Because
Guys, you guys cannot wait to.
Because
Is that all?
Because
Let her finish, please.
because
Sorry. Please, let's hear her. Let's hear her. She's not done.
okay, because we always label it as oremi, that kind of thing. So it doesn't.
Oh my shoe.
So that's number two is why do you, I've met a number of guys, and from my appearance, you would think I'm young, like a teenager, but I'm
Okay.
not. People used to think I'm a teenager or something. Even most of my classmates, they usually think I'm a teenager. It's very easy for them to say, "Oh, you're probably 17 or 18." I'm like, huh. So, and then guys always have this urge to lie about their age. I don't know. It's so rampant in Lagos.
Guys lie about their age.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. This is the first time I'm hearing that. I'm not even joking.
I'm not even joking.
You people, you have been doing a lot.
It's mostly young men.
It's young men, Jared.
Younger men that lie about their
They
age.
always lie
It's
about
okay,
their
it's
age.
okay, let's hear.
Ojokus,
They
will
don't
not
lie.
Yeah, like
They
Continue.
tell you.
there's this urge to want
It's
to.
okay, it's okay.
There's this urge to want to add or reduce, and I'm not even talking about like really young guys. So like, there was a time I met some people within the age bracket of 26 to 27, 28, and then prior to meeting, asking, okay, about your age, their friends already told me that, "Oh, do you think you can talk to this?" I'm like, "Oh, I thought you said you wanted to be friends." And then I was like, "Okay, no problem, we can be friends." And then when we were having conversation, he said he was younger, but then the age difference gave me with some reasonable evidences. Seemed like as if he was way older, like he was pushing 30. And I was like, "Are you sure this is your age?" He said, like, what's the meaning of that question? I just kind of brushed it. I just want to know, like, if it's a thing these days that guys really have to, like, maybe subtract or add to their age. Those are my questions.
Okay, so the first question, let's get it right. It's okay, it's okay. So the first question is about, please, let's get it right, guys. The first question is about the brother who you have been speaking with for 5 years. Your friend who you have been speaking for 5 years, but you don't like him. Do you like him? Let's know. Let's know. Do you like him, yes or no? Wait, guys, let her speak. Let her speak. Let her talk.
No, Tara,
Do you
that's
like?
personal.
He's a good friend.
That's
no.
personal.
Yeah,
You
that's
like him as
personal.
a
Do you like him? Because we need to know that to answer the question, Abi.
yeah. I
There's a way
need
to
it.
answer it without knowing whether
As a friend.
she likes him.
Yo,
Okay.
the question is not clear just yet.
Because
As a friend.
He's a friend.
What's the question? Is it that he's trying to give you green light?
Yeah. I want
He's
to-
giving you green light. That's Mark. What's the other question?
why you guys like feel
No,
the
no, no,
need-
no, no. You still have a question
Right.
about that guy.
No, like she's feeling somehow about the guy. She's if they're a match, she doesn't know, she's not sure about the guy.
Okay, okay. Hallelujah.
It was the question. It was like I was trying to tell you that I was telling him that I don't think like
You are ready.
I can be in a relationship with someone like him because he's sweet and he's nice and he deserves someone that
You
can.
want somebody that is bitter?
Praise the Lord.
Ah,
Ha.
Hey.
Somebody cannot be. Is this a safe space?
you guys, this is a secret, so please, it's among all of us here. You cannot go
Praise
out.
the Lord.
You
You
can't
are
go
very
out.
nice.
Please
You are-
close the door. You can't
are
pass here.
gorgeous
Hallelujah.
as well. And I'm not surprised that there are a lot of people on your roster.
Ah.
Anyway, I think that I'm a firm believer in telling yourself the truth. Praise the Lord. These people that are in this place. I will soon turn on my teacher hat and say somebody should raise up their hand and close their eyes. So, I like when somebody tells themselves the truth. Don't, if you can lie to other people, I'm not saying you should lie, but don't lie to yourself. It it not good. It doesn't serve anybody. Tell yourself the truth. And I say that you're already on that path to say that you like him, but you don't really like him. You like him, he's sweet, he's nice, he's this and that. But let me tell you, if you really like somebody, as in, you like somebody, they will be on top of your mind. There will be priority for them. There will be attention. I know how you can feel bad. No. I know how it is possible for you to feel bad because you can't match their energy. If the only reason you don't like this person or you're not willing to consider this person is because you feel you can't match their energy, you have to check yourself and say, is it that I can't match any other person's energy? Maybe it is me that I have to work on myself to be able to show up better as a friend or as a significant other to someone else. Or it is just this guy. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you're able to, maybe you have female friends or people that are going through things and you're like, babe, because I won't lie to you, let me explain, because I'm like that as well. That's why I'm saying this. I'm like that as well, where I mostly tend to figure things out on my own, and I have to learn how to include my husband in my issues or include my friends in what I'm doing. I know that it's not because of my husband, it's not because of anything. It's just how I am. I am a better person physically. If we're together, but you see, when someone is away from me, maybe he's online and I have to keep like reaching out, I don't have the energy. But it's not only for him or for her, it's across board. So I know I have work to do to tend to my relationship and see that, okay, I'm able to be there for my husband, I'm able to check on him, I'm able to do that. So you need to know if it is just that guy or if it is everybody. If it is just that guy, you don't really like him yet. You may like him, but let's just say you don't like him enough. Let's just leave it like that. When you eventually figure it out that maybe it's not just him, it's across board, you will then know how to work on yourself and practice how to reach out to people. So even if it's not top of mind, and you may not do it exactly like them, don't try to, it's not a competition. My husband is different from me. He can call me. If he travels, he will be the one calling me. So I'm here now. Me, it's for me to know that, you're there, okay, thank God. Do you understand? When I was driving, my husband has already messaged me, how far? Are you there? I'm not fit now, I'm on the road. Do you understand? But it's just how, and I don't intend to match it, but to do the work and say, okay, I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to try my best, to, be like that. But if it's just that guy, you like him, but not that much. If you see somebody else that you really like, you will check on him. You will follow up. You will pray about his dreams. You will do, you will love like this. Anyway, the other question, it's God. Something that is common. I just don't like casting my younger brother, but he does it. I have to sit him down. I have to sit so.
I hope he's not streaming
he
you.
He can possibly be streaming. Not so. I have to. I have to say why, but I actually figured out that it's a men's thing. I don't know why. Maybe because of the fact that they feel like the people that they start to like are usually older or far older than them, and they don't want to just kick themselves out of that, that pool that can be accessible by older women. Something like that. I think that's common. But eventually, as they grow up, as they mature, they then don't see the need to be that way. And if they're still doing it, and you cannot be sure that this is a thing, like someone you're trying to talk to or trying to be friends with, trying to see if you have any interest, and they're lying about their age, something as little as their age, what would they not lie to you about? Because there's so many things to lie about and hide.
Thank you.
So if they're lying about that one.
Okay. I just want to add something. I understand the fact that we have given that guy a green check that he likes you. But I've come to handle so many situations where I know that some guys can be like that until you have the conversations where you ask questions and you're now like, Daniel, how do you see me? And he's like, I see you as a friend now. And you're like, how do you really see me? And you guys, actually, you have done engineering course for 5 years of friendship. So it's true. 5 years of friendship. So one thing I just want to advise so that I can hand over is that please ask questions.
Yeah.
You don't want to assume. He can be telling you these things and he's excited to tell you these things, but you need to know. But also make up your mind and be ready for yes or no. So if he says he likes you, what's your decision? Not the one he says yes and he takes you off ground and you're like,
Hey,
and you're like, so you mean you like me all these years? No. And he says no, and you're like, okay, it doesn't result into something else. Because one thing I can tell you is, people think heartbreaks, relationship heartbreaks, it's hard. Friendship heartbreaks.
I agree with him.
That's just it.
I agree with you. Yes. Thank you so much. Because yes, actually, you don't have to assume. You have to actually be sure that it is you that he likes. Let him open his mouth and tell you, I like you.
Don't be dropping clues
I want to marry you.
Okay.
Because if you just keep, some people are actually naturally very kind, and they are kind. Yes, I have friends that are very kind. Thank you. So the last, most final question. This question is very interesting, and that's why I'm picking it. I don't know, you may be the lucky person, no. So this one says, how do I truly relate with a friend that I have a huge crush on in church? That's why I picked this question. I think it's a question, Abby. Okay. And keep the friendship cool, not to be emotionally attached with him. Like, this person has a huge person, and they are already friends. They are friends, but the person does not know that this person has, and he or she is now asking, how do I balance the friendship and,
It's better if we know the gender, although the reason is because
I think it's a girl.
If it's a lady, I will just push it to my madam here, because I'm sure she knows how to. Perfect. So as a guy, you have a crush and you guys are friends and you want it to be like without
strings attached.
How? The crushing it's not possible.
Is it that the person
No. The person has a crush. The person has a crush on this person, and the crushie is the sister. Okay. The crushed, how do you call them? The crusher and the crusher.
The person with the feelings.
Oh, the crushie, the person that liking does not know. Mm-hmm. He's just a friend, like me and you are guy. Okay.
Do they want anything from the person?
Yes.
So, no, that's the question. It's not me you ask.
I mean, okay. Maybe let me speak from the woman's perspective.
Okay.
And it can go two ways. If you like the person and you want something with the person, I would not recommend to immediately let me say because somebody's already looking at me like this. What if I were
in the shoe?
The way I will handle it will be different from another person. Because as a person, I don't have shame. Do you understand? As a person, no. As a person, if I tell you that